Hi there. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I made it. I made it home. 7-8 days in Marrakech, Morocco, and we did a layover for an evening in Madrid, Spain. Madrid is it's my wife and I's city. We always take a layover there every time we're traveling. We've been there too many times to count. And so we wanted to, on the way back, we did a layover and went for dinner and wandered around, and it was beautiful. We definitely, living with stage 4 cancer these last 2 years and COVID, we just didn't think that was ever gonna be again. So it was amazing. And Marrakech, so if you guys remember, I've been really struggling with I'm struggling mentally with continued treatment. As you can see, miraculously, I'm doing really well, and my body rallied in Marrakech, right? And my thing has been for this summers, I'm trying to, do chemo and then something fun, chemo and something fun. And so a few weeks ago, I got to take my nephew to his first concert ever. Oh, it was amazing. And today, as a matter of fact, I'm leaving to head to the East Coast. I just came out of my chemo, came back from Marrakech, came out of the chemo, and I'm going to see him graduate. I gotta tell you, I shed a lot of tears over this during this time with cancer, thinking I wasn't going to see him graduate or the next one. So this is great. And I'm sorry I didn't let you know that I was back. I just I came back from Marrakech and headed right into chemo, and that just knocked me out for 4 days. I just really woke up last night. It was absolutely everything that you can imagine. It was miraculous. You could definitely tell my wife and I, we have not traveled internationally in 3 years, COVID and cancer. I was feeling really good, to be honest. I think, we talked about, we were starting to loosen up. The first day of travel was a lot. My wife was very, very worried about, my exertion and making sure that I was going to be able to reserve energy for Marrakech, and my body rallied. It was amazing. And we could have done it. She, if you remember, she has a new knee that she just got this year, and we have traveled even pre-cancer. She could barely make it through airports anymore. It was rough. She has had a rough time for quite a few years, and now we both were hustling through the airport, no problem. I did have a little bit of a bummer. My SIM card died, which, is no big deal. You just buy a new SIM card. But try to buy a SIM card in Morocco, where the language there's no English whatsoever. I love that. I loved that there was not, you barely any words of English. It was French and Moroccan, and I loved it because I like the struggle. I think us, English speakers, we get a little lazy when we're visiting different places, and also not hearing other people's conversations, being distracted by that, which was really nice when you're in a crowded space like Marrakech in the streets. Anyways, yeah, so the SIM card kind of threw us for a loop because, I have cognitive issues, I have memory issues, and my wife had to work for the first 3 days that we were there, and then the last 4 days was our vacation. And so she obviously didn't want me out wandering around without Google Maps. Although I told her, I said, Patsy and Adina could do Morocco. If you don't know that reference, absolutely fabulous. It is, it's a cult favorite. Anyways, so we just went into it kind of slowly. And so instead of, and it was mentally a little difficult for me because usually, you know, when I travel, I love to explore. I mean, the hotel means nothing to me, right? I walk in, drop my bags, I'm out the door first thing, and my friends know, like, I go until my body collapses. And I was trying very hard not to allow that mindset to come in, because I just can't make those decisions anymore, right? And so the first couple of days, the nice thing is that we decided to go all out, and we stayed at 2 different hotels, so that we stayed, 4 days at one, 4 days at another. They were extraordinarily beautiful, once in a lifetime hotels. So if my body didn't rally, then I had gorgeous property to stay on. But it did. I chilled for the first couple of days, did a lot of walking around the grounds, and one of the most amazing, beautiful things, I swam again. And I know this sounds so minute, but water is life to me. I love water. I grew up in the Northeast, creeks and rivers and the Finger Lakes, and it's just, water is life to me. And I was a daily swimmer for over a decade before I got diagnosed, and I can't do that anymore. I think now my body, it can, but because of COVID, I haven't, right? I have to say, it was amazing being in the water, and my body felt so light and pain-free, and that was so beautiful. It almost was one of the most beautiful things about the trip. I'm definitely going to find a way to get back into water. But I hired a private tour guide, because one of the things about Marrakech that I realized in chatting with folks is that they definitely are very excited to have the tourists back, and they've really only come back in the last 2 to 3 months. But with that tourism, they're also finding a lot of young people that are not respecting that they're visiting a Muslim country. And so even I was shocked. I've traveled a lot in Muslim countries, and hey, you're going to their world. So, I wear a long sleeve. If you want to go inside of a mosque, you put something over your head. I mean, it's the same as you go to the Vatican, right? I mean, wherever you are, you're just being respectful. But a lot of young folks in Daisy Duke, like high cut shorts and little string shirts. And Marrakech is a choiceful society. It's not Iran. You choose to go to the clubs or to go to the mosque, but it is predominantly Muslim, and I think they're struggling with that a little bit. In years past, it might not have been let go, but they might have been asked to cover up, but they need the tourist dollars, right? So the thing that I noticed is that there's this area, it's the Medina, it's the market, and a lot of the tourist place, the tombs and the Jewish cemetery, and like all of this stuff that we wanted to see, it's pretty much in the same area. Well, if you're walking as foreigners, if you started to go outside of what they kind of collectively is the tourist area, you started to get pushed back. People would redirect you because they didn't want you in their neighborhoods. And so in hiring a private tour guide, his name was Rashid. He was amazing, lovely, lovely, lovely gentleman. I got to go out into the hood. I got to go out into Marrakech, and I got to go to the local oven, right? Nobody has ovens in their homes. You have a local oven. You bring some wood. You can use the oven. You bring your bread. You pay a few pennies to use it, or you buy their bread, whatever it was. But I got to check it out. I got to make bread with some folks. I got to make tagine with some folks. I got to just like, I never saw another foreigner the entire time, that entire day. It was absolutely stunning. It was so nice. And it just, I don't know, just traveling again was amazing. My wife and I just absolutely both of us, by the time we were leaving Marrakech, we were walking 8 to 10 miles a day. I shit you not, 8 to 10 miles a day. Her on her knee and me with this stage 4 cancer body. Woo-hoo-hoo. It was amazing. Oh, it was so beautiful. And and then, like I said, we left and we went to Madrid and had another wonderful experience. The thing that makes me, thing I was just thinking about, I've been very patient with COVID. What could we do? It's a pandemic, and the pandemic impacts people like me. And so I've had to be super conscientious of it and make decisions that the others didn't have to make. It was really nice traveling in Europe and in Morocco. You had to PCR test in order to get into the country. You had to show your vaccine card in order to get a hotel room. It just was very reasonable and logical, and nobody's sick. And I was able to participate because, if you were asked to put a mask on indoors, people just put the mask on, did their thing, and walked right out and unmasked. And it wasn't this conversation of in America where it's somehow got twisted into rugged individualism to decide to wear the mask or not, which is just code for selfish. And I got a little overwhelmed with a little I don't know. I don't feel very patient right now. I really, really hope that COVID continues to turn into the cold that it is, and I can travel while I am healthy. If all I have is this summer again, I want to take advantage of this. I do not know what's happening. I do know that my body's working, and I had the most beautiful, glorious time with my wife and I want more. And today I will get more. I came out of my chemo and I am heading to the East Coast, and I'm going to watch my oldest nephew walk down the aisle and graduate. So exciting. And then I come back and I got to stay super safe because my lung surgery that was supposed to be next week got booted into the week after. So yeah. All good. Wow. I'll show you some pictures here at the end. And yeah. You can see I just can't stop smiling. It was amazing. Even chemo couldn't even take the smile away. All right. I'll let you know how the graduation goes. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. There you go. There